Good morning, everyone. How are you? Are you ready to do some more handwriting? I hope you're ready for today's handwriting challenge. Now, for today's lesson, you are going to need a pen and some paper, and it's up to you whether or not you want to use lined paper. But remember that I said that it's really tricky learning how to form your letters, especially if you then have to think about the size and where to put them on the page. So if you are using lined paper, maybe just use one big piece of paper with one line going down the middle. So they just have one spot on the page to aim for, okay? Today's letters, we are going to do the one-armed robot letters. Now, the one-armed robot letters are called one-armed robot letters because when you form them, you go down the robot's body, back up the robot's body, and across his arm. Sounds a bit peculiar. Maybe I should show you a picture so you can have a little look. Okay, I'll share my screen. You go get the things that you need for today's writing lesson. Come on, screen. Oh, there we go. I think my computer is getting slower because of all of these lessons being saved on it. I think it might be upsetting it. Right, hopefully you can see that then, and hopefully you can still see me, and I'll get myself a little pen out so you can have a look. So when we do one-arm robot letters, we are going from the top of the robot's head all the way down his body to his toes, and then you go back up and over his arms. Okay, so that's a bit rough to see, but that makes that one-armed robot shape. So down, back up, but not all the way to the top, and over. Let me do that one more time. So we go down the robot's body to his toes, up and over, and that shape is the starting point for all of these letters. So when we're learning a new shape, we have to start really big. So get your arms, stand up, stretch as tall as you can, and pull yourself all the way down, touch your toes, all the way back up and over. Now, I don't know what that looks like and whether that's the right way around on your screen. I hope so. But take a few moments then to practice really big shapes in the sky, doing that all the way down, back up and over, that one-armed robot shape. Down, up and over, down, up and over, down, up and over. And if you've done those big movements with your arms, can you make that movement go smaller? So can you start to do it from your elbow now instead of your shoulder? Down, all the way back up and over, keeping your shoulder still and getting the movement coming from your elbow. Down, up and over. And if you can do that, can you keep your elbows still? Can you keep your shoulders still the way that you would when you're writing and leaning on the table? And can you make the movement come from your wrist? Down, up and over. Down, up and over. Okay, take as long as you need to practice that, and also have a little minute to make sure that we are holding your pencil or pen in that good pincer grip, pinched between your two pointing fingers there, your pointing finger and your thumb, and then the rest of your fingers curled round, pen resting in your thumb bed. When you're happy and when you're ready, let's start learning some of our one-armed robot letters. Well, this one should be a doddle, shouldn't it? Because it's literally exactly the same as what we've just been doing. So as we do our letter R, we start at the top because almost every letter starts at the top. And we go all the way down, back up, but not to the top, and over. Okay. Can you get your fingers and trace along with me? And I'll do it again. Start at the top, all the way down, back up, but not all the way, and over. Lovely. Can you get your pens out then and have a go at forming this letter yourself? Maybe if you wanted to, instead of doing your handwriting on paper today, you could have a go at tracing it on your hands or on your mum or dad's hands. You never know, they might like it. Can you have a go at forming the letter R for me? Down, up and over. Pause the video if you want to take some time to practice that. I just want to point out that we don't go all the way back up to the top, because if we did that, it would look like this, which looks like a backwards 7. It's very strange, but also we don't start this letter at the bottom. We do not do an R like that, because if you're not careful, starting at the bottom and curling round, before you know it, you get a little bit lazy, and before you know it, you end up with what looks like the letter C. So that's why it's really important with these one-arm robot letters that we go down and back up, okay, to get that proper shape to it. Should we go on to the next one then? So like I said, the letter R is the basis, that one-arm robot shape is the basis for all of these letters. So once we've got that, we just build onto that shape. So the letter N, we go down, back up and over, and if I was to stop there, that would be the letter R, wouldn't it? But all I do is just keep going down. Oh, that looks a bit messy because I stopped. And flick it. Let me do that again, make it a bit smoother. That was a bit messy because I stopped. So we go down, back up and over, but then we just curl it down and flick. Get your pen or skywrite and join in with me. Down, up, over, and then just down and flick. Should we have another go? Down, back up, over, just keep going down and flick. Oh, I think that was my neatest yet. I'll just show you some common ones. So just like I said about starting at the top and why it's important, because if you start at the bottom, then you might start off looking quite neat like that. But again, before you know it, it starts to curve around if you start at the bottom, and you can end up with a C, or what sometimes I see is children doing a letter N that looks almost like a letter O, and that's why it's extra important to start at the top. So start at the top, all the way down, back up and over, down and flick. Pause the video and have a go at forming the letter N for me. Got it? I wonder if you can guess what letter we might be doing next. It looks a lot like this letter. Yeah, did anybody guess it? If you can do an N, then you can do an M. The letter M is exactly the same. It's just got 2 bumps to it. It's almost got one-armed robot shape and then another one-armed robot shape in it. That's a bit funny, isn't it? So we have to remember to keep going back into that one-armed robot shape. You can skywrite now with me. Let's have a go. Let's go down, up and over. And then remember, we're doing that shape again, aren't we? So down, up and over. And then just like with the N, we go down again and flick. Oof. Should we try again? Ready? Down, back up and over, down, back up and over, and down one more time and flick. Perfect. I'll do it one more time and then you can have a go. Down, back up and over, down, back up and over, and finish it off by going down and a flick. And again, we must start this one at the top, because if not, we end up with one that looks like this. It looks kind of okay, doesn't it? But when you go into year 1 and year 2, when you start to join up your letters, you won't be able to join them up if you've started at the bottom. So that's why it's extra important that we start from the top. Go down, up and over, down, up and over, and finish it off with a flick. Okay? Pause the video now and have a go at forming the letter M. Did we do it? Yeah? Good. Let's do one more today then, and we'll do the rest of the one-armed robot letters next week. So here we go. We've got the letter P. Oh, just looking at it, it does look a little bit different to the one-armed robot letters that we've just been doing, doesn't it? But actually, it does still have the same shape to it. We still go down. We just go a bit further down. And we still go up. It's just a bit longer. And we still go round. And then we just curl it under. So it is the same, isn't it? We've just stretched that R shape a little bit longer. Let me draw it without the tracing so you can see, look. So we go, this is the R, and this is the P, look. We go just down a bit more, and back up. Oh, it's very hard me doing this on my computer. And then around again, looks just like an R, just longer, but then we just curl it under. I'll try and do that a bit better with my mouse next time. Would you like to join in with me then? The thing to remember with the letter P is it's what we call a descender. So it's a letter that descends or hangs down. So if you're really, really confident with your handwriting, you could add this next challenge in, which is to make your P descend down the page or hang down from the line. Okay, but this is definitely quite a challenge. Are you ready? You don't have to use the line if you don't want to. We go down, just keep going down, up, just keep going up, over, and curl it round. Okay, sit our P on the line just like that. Mine's a bit longer than theirs, maybe mine should be shorter. Should we try it again? Down, but just keep going down, up, but just keep going up, over, and then curl it under. Okay, perfect. Would you like to have a go then at practicing the letter P? So those are all of the letters that we're going to do today. So once you've finished practicing your letter P, you can go back to any of the other letters today that you found tricky. If you wanted to, you could jump forward and have a go at figuring out some of our other one-armed robot letters. But if not, we can look at those next week. So practice your letter P, and I will see you again soon for some more handwriting. Okay? All right then, see you soon. Bye. Bye everyone. Well done today. Bye.